philosophers, thinkers, religious people, and even today's scientists have argued on this question for many ages. And to be honest with you, this question would not end close by. And because each side is stubborn and each side doesn't want change to stand on this situation. But what I am trying to do today is persuade you and end this question, at least for us sitting in this class. And the question is, does God exist? And I'm going to prove to you today that God does exist. Before I start my speech, does everybody know Big Ben? It's a famous clock located in Britain, and it's been there from 1843. So that's about 150 years today. Just keep this clock in mind, and I'll return to it back when I finish my speech. The argument that I think was the most effective and the argument that I think that was the most effective was a theological argument. What does a theological argument state? It states that everything happens for a reason, and everything is based on logic. So, what created this universe? The solar system that we live in has 9 planets, and they said they found the planet X, so that makes them 10. And each planet rotates in an orbit around the sun. We do that on our planet Earth for 365 days. And we've been doing that for millions and millions of years. So who created this small star right here? Or who created the sun? And the sun is just one of the smallest stars out in this galaxy. Many people say it's the Big Bang. And the Big Bang states that there was nothing, then there was a bang, and everything was out there. The planets, the solar systems, even us human beings. Okay, let's say for the sake of the argument, I do believe in the Big Bang theory. But I still go and ask myself, what created this Big Bang? Moments ago when I clapped, you saw me clap. But if I told you that there was a clap outside and it was created from nothing, no one of you would believe me. So how does the Big Bang theory state that this world has no God? The second thing, there is a great verse in the Quran that states that, and within yourselves don't you see? Scientists talked about us human beings evolving from monkeys. I believe it was the other way around, but I'll not go into this right now. If we started as monkeys and then evolved, the same theological question is asked. What created the first monkey? Or in my case, what created the first human being that later ruined his life and became a monkey? The evolution theory doesn't prove, it may prove like how our brains adapted and changed within time. It may prove how our eyes adapted to light. It may even prove how different cultures have different skin color, how different cultures have stronger hearing, or even how birds became bats. But it doesn't prove that there was no God. In fact, if it does prove one thing, it proves that there was a God that created the first thing and then made everything progress to the way it is today. I'm going to speak in a scientific way for the people who doubt this scientifically. The odds of a single protein to be produced is 1 in 10 to the power of 243. Imagine 1 and 243 zeros next to it. That's the odds of creating one single protein. A cell, which is the smallest building block of any organism, has hundreds or even thousands of proteins. So you do the math. For a human being, even a baby, who has millions and billions of cells to be created from nothing, that was hard for me to believe, and hard for any logical person to talk and to convince me of. But some people still say that evolution created human beings. Okay, if evolution created human beings and the Big Bang created the universe, then what's sustaining them today? Why doesn't the Earth rotate, for example, this year it goes in 333 days instead of 365? Why does each human being comes with 2 eyes, 1 nose, and 2 ears? If this happened by chance, then I really wanna, if I'm a lucky guy, I might come out with 2 brains and 4 eyes so I can see behind my back. But this didn't come with luck. All of this had a creator, it had a God, and different religions have different perspectives of who that God may be. But at least let us all accept that there is a creator to this universe. This explanation with evolution and the Big Bang theologically made sense to me. And to wrap up my argument, I want to go back to the Big Bang. Let's say if you're a Brit and you woke up one day in 1943 and heard and saw this magnificent clock just out there. Would you believe it? Would you believe that a clock is created from nothing? If you wouldn't believe that, then how can you believe that the earth, the seas, the universe, the galaxies, the planets, even a small baby is created from no God?